Namaste friends, I'm Madhu and I'm living in Germany from past 4 years. I will be sharing about my journey into spirituality, how I came into meditation. It's in the year of 2009 I started meditating, and that was the year I had underwent a miscarriage, and that was the reason I started meditating. And my husband Ram, I married to him in the year of 2008, and at that time my age was 22 and a half. And I was thinking at this time, who will meditate? This is not the time for meditation, because my husband's family has been meditating with Patriji, with PSSM from 25 years. And when I got married to his family, they said that you meditate and everything will be fine. They'll be saying all these things. I was not believing in all these things. And in the year of 2009, when I underwent a miscarriage, when I hit this depression, so something had happened in my life that I had to change the way I see things. So I thank my in-laws for that, for bringing meditation into my life. And they said, if you want to have answers for all your questions, you have to just go within. And when you meditate, you go within and you find all the answers. And when I heard this statement from my father-in-law, I said, okay, let me give it a try. So I meditated for a week's time, and every day I used to sit for 6 hours, because my mother-in-law was there in Egypt. We were living in Egypt at that time. So my mother-in-law said, I'll take care of the household work, you just meditate. So for about 1 week, I was sitting some days 6 hours, some days whole night I used to sit and meditate. Within a week's time, I found this inner joy. I would like to share also my background, how I was brought up. My father was a very strict father. I'm from Andhra Pradesh, and my father being in a family of 7 sisters, and he always takes care of us. At that time, we were not thinking that he was taking care of us. We were thinking that my father is restricting us, or like he's putting all the boundaries to us, not to go out with friends. And even in the college also, we never participated in any public speaking things. So in the year of 2009, when this happened, when I entered into the path of meditation, so I felt after experiencing this inner joy, I expressed my gratitude to my father, that in my heart, that everything happened for a reason. My father being at that time being strict was not strict. It was just securing us. So that kind of understand I have attained after practicing 1 week of meditation. Then after practicing this 1 week, I never stayed calm. I said, I have experienced something beautiful. I came out of my comfort zones. I just expressing myself much better. So I said, I would like to share to everybody. So from 8th day, without knowing anything about meditation, without reading any spiritual books, with my experience, I went out and I started sharing about my meditation experiences. Then in Egypt, I was thinking that, being in a Muslim country, maybe many people won't opt meditation, because if we say the word meditation, they tag it with Buddhism. So we were having a kind of this mindset that maybe people will not opt meditation. But we were proven wrong. Initially, when we have having people every day coming to our home for the meditation sessions, they used to come, and Indians used to come, and they used to sit, and they used to go. Initially, we used to do for three times in a day. We used to have people with different time slots. Afterwards, my Indian friends started calling their Egyptian friends, and that's how the community started building. And in 2010, that was the first time when Patriji came to Egypt in our home. Patriji was coming to Egypt from 2008 or 2009, but that was the first time in 2010 that he visited us. He stayed with us because he knew that we were doing some meditation sessions in Egypt. When he came to Egypt in 2010, September 10th, a huge shift happened in our life, because till that time, we were just reaching out to small audience. But at that time, something happened, that something drastic had happened. That time, we were using this medium, Facebook medium. We used to create an event saying that, hey, we are doing meditation class in this place. And if anybody is interested, you please do come. So we did the same when Patriji arrived, because we know how Patriji is here in India. Many people utilize his presence. So we thought, why to have Patriji there, not having his message delivered to many people. So we thought we will put it in Facebook, and we put it in Facebook, and only 20 people or 30 people, they said, okay, they will be coming. And when we went to that place, it's just close to the Nile. Next to the Nile, there was an open hall. And when we went there, Patriji started playing flute and the session started. And there were 20 people at the beginning. And then later we have noticed that people were coming. I don't know. We don't know what happened, where these people are coming, because in Facebook there is this thing called going or interested or not going. So something was there. We knew that only 20 people confirmed that they will be coming, but we were not expecting these many people coming. So at the end we could see that there were 120 people. And when we asked them what happened, like why you all are here, how do you know about this? So then they said that there was supposed to be an event happening at the same spot. It's a cultural center. On the spot, they have cancelled the event. When they cancelled the event, we heard this Patriji, somebody's playing flute, and we got attracted and we came there. So that was a shift happened in our life, friends, because without that, we wouldn't have met many Egyptian friends. And again, it broke our ideas that only Muslims or Indians can come into meditation. Anybody can meditate. This is what Patriji had taught us, right? It's a simple science. When you become aware of your breath, that you get abundance of cosmic energy. With that cosmic energy, all kinds of health gets healed. When we used to deliver this message to everybody, they see it as a science. They don't see it as a religion. And that's how we started. After that visit of Patriji's, we had everyday sessions without missing even a single day. We have people coming, and all kinds of age groups, all kinds of religions. They used to come and they used to sit at home, and every day we used to have 20-25 people at our home. And on the full moon nights, we have 70-80 people. The whole living room and even the kitchen area, it was completely filled with all the people. So that was a great grand events which we were doing. And that I always have this gratitude to Patriji that, like that shift he had created, his presence at that time, at that particular period of time, that the foundation had been laid. And from then there is no looking back, friends. And as Patriji always says, that once you know something, you have to tell to people, you have to share it to people. So once I've known the benefits of meditation, I've started, me and my husband, we started sharing to everybody. And in this process, you don't need to be a grand master to share this knowledge. Your experience is enough to inspire others. So when we started doing that, in this process, we got to know who we really are. And what is our purpose of life? There is our purpose of life, me and my husband's purpose of life is to enlighten or to bring this awareness in everybody that the joy is inside us. It is not somewhere out that we have to seek. Only when we go within, we will find this inner joy. So when we started doing that, we made many friends, and we went to schools, we went to universities, we went to offices. Wherever people used to call us, we used to go. And there was one time that there was one doctor. He's a psychiatrist. He came, and he's, because many people are going happy, when they come home, they meditate, and when they leave home, they are all smiling. And this doctor was very curious, what's happening in their home, like everybody is going there and they started being happy. So he was curious, and he came, and he experimented for 40 days, and he said that, yes, whatever everybody is saying is true. So I have also experienced the same. From now on, if any patient comes to me with psychological issues or with relationship issues, whatever the issues are, I will prescribe them your house address, and I will say them that the dosage will be like 40 days meditation sessions. And that again, a huge shift happened. So many people started coming from far off places, small villages. They used to come with all the family members. In Egypt, it's like a family culture. Wherever they go with a family. So like people used to come and they meditate, and they find this happiness. Not only they find happiness, they start to share the happiness to others. So this is the only thing which we used to share. I cannot go to your place, or I cannot meet your people, but you can share what you have experienced to your own people. That's where we create the ripple effect. Once we know something, we should not stay calm. So these things happen. Many friends we have met in this journey, and every time Patriji used to come to Egypt, it's a huge lessons. And every time he brings many masters from India to meditate inside the Giza pyramid, and we had beautiful experiences, and we feel very fortunate that we were in Egypt for 8 years at that time, because we get to know so many masters from PSSM, and all great masters, and we have heard their stories and everything, and especially meditating with all these masters and along with Patriji inside the King's Chamber in Giza pyramids is an experience, is amazing experience. And it was at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 to 6, 2 hours with a special permission. We used to go there, sit, and Patri sir used to play flute, and it's very grand sessions that we had. Those 8 years, and then recently we started 4 years back we moved to Germany, and then in the year of 2012 I remember that Patriji said that your mission in Egypt is only till 2016. I was like, there was no place of Europe at that time. He said you will be moving to Europe. There was no scope of we moving to Europe, because we were happy in Egypt. We were doing wonderful sessions. We were thinking how will it be possible that we will be moving to Europe. So then the 2016 had come, and 2016 when it came, suddenly my husband had got this opportunity. Not an opportunity, there was no choice, that he had to move to Germany. So that again proved that, like the grand masters, they have this far off vision that can be seen, and that's how we moved to Germany 4 years back, and Mission Germany had started. We had created a community wherein everybody is a master. They are all doing their individual sessions. They are teaching Anapanasati meditation, music meditations they are conducting, and many things are happening. So once our job is done there, we should not stay there. So once we have made friends, and once they become masters, our job is to move on to a different place, that our requirement is in different place. That's how we moved to Germany. And when we moved to Germany, many things started happening. And again the same thing, when we went to Germany, we thought Germans are like very strict people, very punctual people. We had this again mindset that they will be not coming for the meditation sessions. In Egypt, that's a different culture. Like it's like in India, like people used to go late, stay whenever there is a meditation session. They used to stay there, they be there late. The same thing was in Egypt as well. The culture was very very different. They come home for the meditation session, 7 to 8 meditation sessions. Afterwards they stay for 3-4 hours. They don't want to go back. So that's again one more thing I would like to add, that is a time where I had to cook for many people. And again, the credit goes to Patriji, that I was very scared of cooking, and I get very scared to cook for 2 people. But Sir's presence in Egypt, and how easily he cooks for that many people had made me realize that we can do anything. And I started cooking for many people, 30-40 people I used to cook. And when we came to Germany, we think that people will be not coming every day for the sessions. But one day, people, every Saturday, Sunday, we used to have sessions. When some people came, we told them that, like we are planning to do a 40-day sessions, 40-day program. So if you are interested, please do join. So that's where we found this, that people are coming every day for the meditation sessions. And from then, we did not stop. Every day after 40 days, 41st day came, 42nd day came, and then every day we had sessions. And it's a great journey, and many learnings I've learned. And I understood that everything happens for a reason. Nothing happens by a chance. So the miscarriage which happened in 2009, it happened for a reason, that I have to enter into the path of meditation. If it wouldn't have happened, then I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have been happy, this much happy. I wouldn't have realized what self-love is. I wouldn't have realized many concepts that I'm right now. I'm experiencing right now. So there's so many stories to tell, and there are few things I would like to add as well. Again, the teachings of Patriji, how simple he shares his wisdom. Once I was in Bosnia, there Patriji was there, and many other masters were there, and they were sharing their wisdoms, and my friend Pradeep, he said, let us conduct this program in Bosnia, and he invited me, saying that, okay Madhu, you know that you are interested in cooking, so why don't you making people experience the taste of the vegetarian food, because Bosnia is a land where vegetarian food is not that much available. So we went there, me and my husband Ram, we went there, and when I got to know that there was 120 people who will be attending this program, I went to Patriji and I asked Patriji, will I be able to do this for 120 people? I did for 30-40 people, but I never did for this many people. So he said one thing, that don't confine yourself, don't limit yourself, don't put yourself in a small box and say that you can only do this. We are all unlimited beings. Understand this. And then when I've heard this thing from him, and I went into the kitchen, starting from cutting the vegetables till serving everybody. I was doing it with ease. I was enjoying it because there was no much effort in it. Yes, I was doing all the things, but when you enjoy everything, whatever you're doing, there is no effort. The effort drops. So I started experiencing these things, and afterwards the whole event had finished, and Patriji, everybody went to Patriji, and they said that this is what thanks for the whole event, and also the food. So the food of meditation and everything, and the food of our stomach was satisfying. When I went to Patriji, and he said that this is what happened, so don't limit yourself. When you limit yourself, you will never do grander things. So that was one incident which I still implement, that I don't put a limit to anything. If there is anything that I have to come out, and I have to break my shell, and I have to express. So this is what I've understood, and the most important lesson I've learned very recently is again from Patriji, because I always call Patriji because he's my inspiration. He's my biggest inspiration. I've learned from a lot of things from him, though I don't conversate with sir, but it's seeing him and just being in his presence, I get to learn a lot of things. And this is one more important incident happened in 2019, wherein I was in Egypt, and Patri sir was there, and we were having meditation sessions, and that was the last day that Patriji had to leave to India, and there were so many masters from India as well, they were there. And one of my friend, he came in that visit, and he said, Sir, Madhu plays amazing singing bowls. Let us hear the singing bowls. Let us meditate for 10 minutes. So everybody came, and he invited everybody, and everybody were there in the room, and they were all speaking to Patri sir, and I was worried with the time. Okay, there is only 10 minutes that they have to leave to the airport, so their flight, they might miss their flight. So Patriji was speaking, coolly with everybody, and I was like, I brought my singing bowls, my instruments, and I was like readily waiting that when will Patri sir ask me to play. But he did not ask. He says, okay, now let us meditate for 5 minutes. So everybody sat in meditation for 5 minutes. I said, okay, this is the time where Patri sir will say that, okay, now play the singing bowls. He did not say that. And everybody left, and I was a bit sad that Patriji didn't allow me to play the singing bowls. It took time for me to calm myself down, and after everything is finished, I went to Patriji and I said, thank you, Patriji, for breaking my comfort zones. The only line he said is, I did not break your comfort zones. I want you to be comfortable in any given situation. So for me, it only took half an hour to realize that I was playing with my ego, because I was not happy that Patriji didn't allow me to play my instruments. And when this thing happens, I would like to say that everything happens for a reason. There is so much learning in these things if we see it with a higher perspective. So when I saw this, and when I heard this statement from Patriji, I implement this again in my life, that in any given situation, if I see that I'm going off balance, then again I remind myself with these words that I bring myself into balance. So this is amazing concepts, that, and also the concept of why not. I was always having this question of why these things are happening in my life. I would like to share one thing here, one experience add to this why not. When we were in Egypt, I used to travel to Alexandria, from Cairo to Alexandria. It's a 3 hours journey going and 3 hours journey coming back. So people confirmed me saying that they would like to join for the meditation sessions. When I go there, I go early in the morning, 6 o'clock. I start from home. My driver used to come and he used to pick me, and we go there. And when I go there, I see nobody there. I feel very sad and I come back. So when Patriji was there in Egypt, I asked Patriji, I go there but nobody comes there. Then he says, your job is to be there. Why, Patriji, why is this happening? Then he says, why not? Why not, he says. Why we have all questions like why? There is a higher reason for all these things are happening. Why not? If people are not coming means, it is the test for you. It's a test for you to be in patience, and don't think that you are only alone, that you are going there and meditating and coming back. Along with you there are so many masters, invisible masters along with you. When he said these things, my goodness, it's a great lesson, because what we see now, Patriji, few 30 years back, if we see him, he started his mission with one person, starting spreading meditation to one person, and before that he was doing for himself. When these are the real examples where we have to implement in our life. We should not say that, okay, now I am ready, I just go there and I'll find 100 people. If nobody comes, your job is to be there. And always have this concept of why not. So again, these simple things, I started implementing it in my life, and I'm reaping great benefits. This is one thing, and I would like to share. I'm sharing many things at the same time, because these are very important lessons that I've learned in my life. And this experience, which happened in Egypt again in the year of 2016, it was we conducted a 2-day retreat in Dahab. It's in a place. It's a Red Sea area where beautiful energies are there. It's next to the Saudi. After you cross this Red Sea, there is a Saudi. So we had invited everybody, and we said that these 2 days our event is happening. Many masters coming from different parts of the world. So all these masters who said that they will be coming there to share their wisdom, they said out of their interest that some calling was there for them to be there in Egypt at that particular period of time. And when we contacted them, they said, yes, we would like to be there. Maybe this was the reason why we feel like coming there. So everybody were coming, and we said to them that when you arrive in Egypt, from then till you take your flight, that is our responsibility. We will take care of all the expenses. And when we said that to them, there was for these 2 days event, we had put a very minimal charge just to cover the expenses of all these masters and of all the space and everything. So we invited everybody. It was just few days before the event. We had only 10 confirmation or 15 confirmations. We put a target of 100 or 120. So the day of the event had come. Again, I remembered Patriji's saying that if one person comes, no person comes. You have to do your job. And if in that 10 people, if one person gets benefit, your purpose is done. When I understood these things, me and my husband, we said, okay, whatever we are doing, maybe it is for these 10 people who have registered for this event. So we went there, and we found people coming, and we also said to them, many people, that I know that the minimal charge which we have kept is expensive for many people also, like for the students and many others. So what we said is, instead of paying, you just don't think about money. You have to just come here, and you have to experience all these masters sharings. So all the people, when they heard this, they started coming, and at the end of the event, we were at least 120 or 130 people, and many people did not have, they did not have money, so they came to me and they said, Madhu, we don't have money, but we would like to offer our services. I'm good at singing. I play guitar. Can I play the guitar after the event? So yes, and many people, they came and they said, can we take care of any master? Can we be of any help, they started asking. So that's how it's like money should not restrict ourselves to reach to the wisdom of these masters. So when we our intentions were very clear, and many people started benefiting it. And at the end of the event, we went back to our rooms, and there was this registration box and everything. So my friend was there, and he got this box to me, and he gave us this money, and he said, this was the money which we got. We started counting. Initially, it was like 70% we have to contribute from our pockets, because me and my husband, we thought, whatever we are earning, if we don't put our money for these causes, so then what is the point of earning? So when we started counting the money, it was like that 70%, initial 70% was coming down to 10%. We said, wow, that's amazing. 10%, that's great, and then again a knock at the door, and the same friend came. Hey, we forgot about this box. There is this box called paid forward box. Paid forward is like, if you have enough money and if you can contribute some more, you can drop in this box. So they got this box, and when we calculated that money, the 10% got covered. So we did not even spend a zero, everything was tallied 0 0. So not even one Egyptian pound we had spent on this event. So what I would like to share here is, like, the intentions matters a lot, the vision matters a lot. Your job is to share, your job is to have this positive intention that I want to reach out to people. It's not expecting that what I will get back. Your job is always to give. And when you always give with an open heart, with a pure intentions, the whole universe will take care of you, and it showered its abundance. And from then there is no fear, there is no doubt that how will things happen, what will happen. Everything, only the intentions matter. If our intentions are pure, universe will play its game, and it will manifest everything. So like that, many events happen in our life, and we are serving our purpose, and we are very happy for what we are doing. And thanks to my in-laws, thanks to my husband for being a great support, and thanks to my parents, and thanks a big thanks to Patriji for being there in our lives. And moment by moment, he's transforming us with his silence, with his teachings, and with his simple words, with his acts as well. So thank you, friends. Thank you for listening to me. I hope I am of some help. Namaste.